Lawson, and he did an exceptional job on the music. About 3 or 4 years ago, John David Thompson, sitting back there, he said, "I want to introduce you to," actually it's been a little bit longer than that, he wanted to introduce me to Jimmy Johnson, and we'd set an appointment, and he got sick, and we had to cancel the appointment, and he wanted to set another appointment, and somewhere in that time period, he wound up in the hospital and didn't make it, and he passed. And John said, "I still want you to meet his wife. She's kin to me through marriage." And I said, "Okay." So he introduced me to Miss Becky a few months after that, and kind of the rest is history. I do a television show called History Highway on AME TV, which is on Roku and Amazon Fire. It's my own TV channel. The TV show History Highway, we normally talk about historical items of yesteryear, but me being involved in music, I wanted to do something about Muscle Shoals. That's all John could ever talk about is Muscle Shoals. So he convinced me, and so that's the reason he wanted me to get with Miss Becky. And she did an interview for the show and took me around all to the studios where Jimmy had recorded Sweet Home Alabama and done all the different recordings, and of course the Bug Bit Deep. And I did a segment at the WC Handy House, and the night before I got thinking I want to have a song to do because they were going to let me actually film on the porch of WC Handy Home. So went back to the motel room, wrote a song. Next day did it on the show, just me and the guitar, and it kind of caught some traction. From that, we got a chance to visit with Billy Lawson. He said, "Let's cut it," and then I played him another song called That Muscle Shoals Sound. And that particular song was to pay tribute to Jimmy Johnson and the Swampers. So that's the song I'm going to do for you now. Going to do it with the track that we cut in the studio. Go something like this. Muscle Jones is calling me, I cannot stay away. Gotta hear that river sing and listen to the Swampers play. The guitar on my back, the suitcase in my hand. Muscle Jones is calling me, 'cause I'm a music man. Jimmy Johnson called me, said you got the gig, and if you play licks just right, boy, you're gonna make it big. And when I laid my tracks down, I let my fingers slide, and old Jimmy, he just smiled. Let me tell you what, I played it loud and low, I played it proud, bending in my guitar strings and making my telly sing. Playing those hot licks, low playing real quick. I'm rocking this town, that Muscle Shoals sound. I'm rocking this town, that Muscle Shoals sound. Let's go. Jimmy J might be gone, but most of the Swampers too. Their sound, it lives on for me and you. Swamp music's alive and well, that never shows its age. And I'm playing it every night, somewhere on the stage. And I'm playing it loud and low, I'm playing it proud, telly sing, playing those hot licks, go play the real quick. I'm rocking this town, sound than my social sound. I'm playing Lambo, I'm playing Brown. Then my guitar strings and make a mama tell me sing. Playing those hot legs, low play the view. I'm rocking this town, then my social sound. I'm rocking this town, then my social sound. I'm rocking this town, then my social sound. Appreciate it very much. Good to be here with you. Stop this rascal and say one more thing. For all you songwriters out there, give you a brief. Started writing when I was 10 years old. By the time I hit 15, I had 600 songs under my belt. By the time I signed with Revel Publishing, I had 1,200 songs under my belt. It's approaching 1,800 now. And that's a drop in the bucket to some other writers, I get it. But write and write often. And if you're single and still living at home with your parents, write the heck out of them. Because when you get married, when you get all grown up, your time gets involved with something else called life. You don't have as much time to write, but your writing seems to improve because you actually live life and you get a chance to write about life. And that's what I do now. I write about life and I write about history. And that's what I want to be able to do, is talk about American history and talk about incredible people like Jimmy Johnson and the Swampers that gave us a whole different genre of music. Thank y'all. Be Dr. D.